everyone, welcome to day 7 of the maximum weight loss program. I am going to make something that should be relatively simple. There's not a whole ton of ingredients, in other words. It is a Dr. McDougall recipe, so a maximum weight loss recipe. So it's called potato chowder, which it's very much just a potato soup. So it says it's always a favorite at the McDougall program because it's quick and it's easy to make and people really like it. One of the things that they recommend for this recipe is buying frozen hash browns. Just make your life really easy if you do that. We never buy frozen hash browns. It's not that hard to take a couple of potatoes and just run them through your food processor if you have it to make hash browns. It's really not that difficult. But anyway, I'm making half of a batch of this recipe because I don't want to have 10 tons of leftovers. But a couple servings worth would be good. So basically what that will entail is half of an onion, chopped up obviously, 1 stalk of celery. It calls for 1 leek, white and light part only. That is pretty much an entire leek right there. We have smaller, so the H Mart, the Asian grocery store that we have, they have scallions, they have leeks, and they have what they call big green onions, which look more like a big scallion than they do like a leek, but anyways, we just use them in place of leeks. And they've got tons of greenery on them and stuff. They're really pretty. So anyway, that's pretty much a whole leek, but a smaller one, not one like that kind, but maybe like that size around. So anyway, so we're going to put that in there, those 3 items in the front in there, and you're going to put that in with a ½ cup of broth, and you want to cook that, stirring occasionally for about 5 minutes it says, and then you want to add the remaining broth, which will be another 1.5 cups of broth, and approximately 3 cups of, it says frozen chopped hash browns. Mine are not frozen, but they are chopped potatoes to make a hash brown. So that is that part of the recipe, and basically you want to bring that to a boil and let it cook for about 20 minutes. So I'm going to go get that part started, and then we're going to add some more ingredients, including some soy milk and some spices and stuff when we're done. So let's go work on that, and I'll be back with you guys in a few minutes. Alrighty guys, so this is actually after only less than 15 minutes. Let me stop my timer here. Sorry about that. So it's very, very much done. It's actually starting to stick to the bottom, and it's very soft. So I am done cooking this for the 20 minutes that it says it needed to cook. I'm not going to do it for any longer. And at this point, what you're supposed to do is blend it with your immersion blender. So I'm going to attempt to do that. I'm not exactly sure how well that's going to work out because there's no liquid in there. Hopefully it'll work out fine. But that's the next step in the process. I wanted to show you guys that that's what needs to be done now. So this needs to be blended, and then as soon as I'm done with that, I will come back and show you what the last few ingredients are that need to be added. Alright guys, so that actually blended up with the immersion blender better than I thought it would. So I just tipped the pan size and moved it all to one side and blended it, and it worked out just great. So now, the last few things that you want to do. So you do want to add soy milk to this, and one of the things in his information says if you're going to use soy milk, to use fat-free soy milk. So I was able to find some, and I was kind of disappointed that I couldn't find any that was organic, but this non-fat West Soy brand, it does have some sugar in there, which I'm not super excited about putting in my soup, and it does have some salt in it, which I really, really just like the organic one that has nothing but water and soybeans. That's all that's in there. But in order to make it non-fat, so get rid of all of the fat, they added some stuff to it. So I guess that's the way that goes. You got to choose one or the other, I suppose. But anyway, this one is not organic, but it is non-GMO, so that's cool. So it's a non-GMO soybean that they used. But anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and use 2 cups of this to put that in there. You also want to add, it says you can add some salt. I'm opting not to do that. And it says 1/8 of a teaspoon of white pepper. I don't have white pepper, so I'm just going to use some black pepper. I don't think that's going to be a big deal. Let's see, we're doing half of this. So 1 tablespoon of parsley flakes. I don't have any chives that you would buy from the store, but we grow chives in the backyard as well as scallions. So we dehydrate and do our own chives. So I'm going to put some of those in there. It calls for a tablespoon of dried chives. Seeing as mine are so much more concentrated than the ones you would get at the store because they're in teeny tiny little pieces, I'm going to do less than that, but just to let you know. And then a dash of liquid smoke. So I'm going to go add those ingredients, and then you're supposed to let it warm up. It says about 5 minutes. It's not going to take 5 minutes to get that to warm up at all. But anyway, so that's what I'm going to do, and I will come back and taste it for you guys in just a minute. I'm excited, actually. It smells really good, so I'm hoping it's going to taste delicious. All right, guys. So first things first, actually 1 cup of soy milk, not 2, sorry. The recipe calls for 2, I was making half of a batch, so if you use the amount of the ingredients that I told you, 1 cup of soy milk, not 2. So this is fantastic. Like, I'm really impressed. It's very, very, very good. I did use the Better Than Bouillon no chicken base rather than the veggie reduced sodium one, so I used less. I used like half of what I would have used instead of the full amount of what I would have used. So, but I really do like that flavor that it comes with it. So I just used less. So it actually has about the same amount of sodium in it that it would have if I'd used the low sodium version. This is really super yummy. It's really, really, really creamy. It's got a great flavor to it. I would highly recommend you guys try this. For potato chowder, I'm pleasantly surprised. It's very good. You could definitely do this in a quick fashion if you used the frozen hash browns. We just never do, but you could. This worked out really, really well. So, there's a lot of times that there are recipes that are just like, oh, hey, that's really good, but there's like 10 tons of ingredients, or man, that was a lot of work, or something along those lines. This was actually pretty quick and easy to put together. You could make probably supper, and with all the chopping and everything that you need to do, probably 40 minutes, I would say. So, half hour, 40 minutes. This is very good. I would suggest you do this. Anyway, I feel you're ready for work. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I will talk to you again in the morning. Alright guys, so I am done with work and I am home, and had a very frustrating night at work, so I am actually going to ride the bike for about 45 minutes, and I think like the endorphins that come from adrenaline that comes from exercising is very good for you, so that will maybe make it easier for me to sleep, because yeah, work sucks. So anyways, soup last night was fantastic. Like, wow, it was really good. Totally would make that again. I asked my husband, there was enough left for another small bowl, so definitely make like a double batch or like a triple batch of that. It was really, really good. Definitely make more of it than what I made. But yeah, he didn't try it, so it just got put in the refrigerator, which is fine. Actually, I don't mind having leftovers because it was really good. So anyways, I don't have another opinion to give you besides my own, but it was really tasty. I really enjoyed that. And I actually just got done putting together a soup for tonight. It's called a soup. I don't think it's going to end up being much of a soup. I think it's going to end up being like, not really refried beans, but a bean, I don't know what you would call it. It's made in a crock pot, not casserole, but a bean dish of some sort. So anyways, I don't think it's really going to be a soup, although maybe it'll surprise me and it'll be a soup. I don't know. So we'll see. I will talk to you about that tonight. So I need to go to bed fairly quickly, relatively early, because I have to get up early. We're doing a birthday party for my son tonight at Urban Air. It's like a place where they've got trampolines everywhere, so everything is a big old jump house, but not like a jump house like it's air balloon things jump house, but like just jump house. Anyways, the kids love it, but on Friday nights they have, you can have a party there and it's all glow in the dark everything, so the kids will really like that. So I'm going to be a little bit late for work tonight, but I needed something that was ready to go. All I could do is just dish it up and take it with me when it's time to go to work, so that's why I put something together this morning. But it's also from the McDougall Maximum Weight Loss Program, so it's definitely right in line. And yeah, that's probably it for me for today, guys. So I will talk to you guys again tomorrow, which will be tonight, and I hope y'all are doing just lovely.